The last thing I thought that me and you would have a conversation on was the Pistons picking where they're picking again. If you want to say one, if you want to even say, let's just say 2, 3, or 4. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about some possibilities there. But the fact that this is their third straight year picking at number 5 after having the worst record in back-to-back seasons. You, I don't. How in the world did they drop to the lowest spot possible in back-to-back years? It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, here's my thing, because some people think that I thought the Pistons should win the lottery the past 3 years. I wasn't really like advocating for that. Like, if they would have got 4, I think it would be a completely different conversation. Even 3, um, completely different conversation. But the fact that they got shafted, the past 3 years, it's wild, man. Like, I feel bad, but in the same breath, you have to look at the NBA, and everyone says, there's scripts out there. Well, they were not going to reward the Pistons losing 28 straight games and rewarding them the lottery. That just was not going to happen. Now, I did not have the Atlanta Hawks winning the lottery on my bingo book, but I mean, if you want to
no, I mean,
if you want to get into conspiracy theories, Trae Young's possibly
now
out of there.
I will say this. I'm not going to go into the conspiracy theories, but when they were doing, their whole storytelling about the draft, not the draft lottery leading into it, I guess you could say the opening moments of it, and they were talking about how the Hawks didn't win before and the 3% chance they had, and I said, I think something's funny is about to happen, but I just said, nah, no way, and my cynicism happened. I mean, again, my cynicism happened with the Hawks getting the number 1 pick just in that moment. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to y'all and say I had them going in there. Just when they mentioned that, I'm like, are they trying to telegraph something to us? It was just like a little jokey thought, but I did not have the Pistons picking at 5 again. That is a shocker to me because they had a 52% chance to land a top 4 pick.
Yeah, it was wild. But what was kind of fishy, though, to your point, is before they started the lottery, before Mark Tatum walked to the stage, they zoomed in on the Hawks representative that was there more than once. I was like, okay, what's going on? You hear rumors that Trae Young isn't happy. They want out. There's rumors that he wants to go play in San Antonio with Victor Wembanyama, and the Spurs got 2 lottery picks. So you can I connect the dots a little bit there. I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened with Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis. Pelicans shoot up the draft board. They draft Zion. Same thing could have, happened with, they get Alex Sarr and Trae Young gets to go to San Antonio with Wemby. You never know.
Well, it's a very sucky situation for the Pistons, I believe.
Mhm.
And let me just get this out the way. I'm not going to sit up here and rag these guys that are in draft. I mean, everybody knows that there are some. This is a draft class that is not being talked about with the same reverence as previous draft classes over the past couple of years. I think we all know that. I think we know that if the Pistons did not get one of the top 3 picks, should they decided to keep the pick, it was going to be it wasn't going to be well received around here. But at the end of the day, you can't keep banking on the draft lottery. At some point, as an organization, you're going to have to make better trades. You're going to have to sign better free agents. The tank method, you haven't been rewarded. You've been rewarded once. That's Cade Cunningham. And as great as Cade Cunningham, I can take that back. As great as we think Cade Cunningham can become, that's still, I don't want to say a work in progress, but we still need to see more. It's really like it's really his second year this year, even though it's technically his third. It's really his second, but you've only been rewarded once. This method of what they've been trying to do to build through the draft has not worked. So you're gonna have to try something different. You're gonna have to, again, Make better trades. Stop taking so many different projects from other teams that did not work. I mean, this is not this is not a charity case. This is a basketball organization. And over the past 4 years, under Troy Weaver, 74 to 44.
Yeah, that's his record as a GM. Pretty sure it's a worse record than Sam Hinkie.
There are 82 games in the season, and you don't have 82 wins for 4 years. You can't blame it on not getting the right draft picks. At some point, even if where you pick at, I think Cade Cunningham, no brainer. Everywhere else, you have to draft better. I still think they did good in drafting Jalen Duren. Verdict is out on Jaden Ivey. I think he's a guy that they possibly could move on from. Asar Thompson, I think that's also verdict is out on that guy. I think that's a guy that you would love to keep because, where his ceiling could go. But if the right move comes along, you could trade him. Again, me and you talked about this before. I think the only two guys on this team that, if you want to say untradeable, Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham in reverse order, of course. But
yeah,
you got to try something new because this way has not been working. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with them.